next guest nominated for Golden Globe Award for her work in the film Phantom of the Opera. Her new movie is called Poseidon. It opens everywhere today. Please welcome Emmy Rossum. Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me back.
And you got your license since I saw you last.
I did. I'm a big girl now.
Well, you passed the test and everything?
No, I failed the first time.
You did?
I did.
What
Dreadfully, miserably.
No, what happened?
Well, I'm from New York, so
Right.
I don't have my driver's license. I mean, no one from New York drives. So I came out here for 6 months to LA to shoot Poseidon, and I figured, hey, I'll get my driver's license. I'm here in LA anyway. So I got my permit, and I went on a bunch of dates with guys who taught me how to drive. And
Oh, that's a nice way to do it. Yeah.
Did you ever teach a girl how to drive?
I did, actually. I did. It
How'd it
always
go?
ended, you shut up! No, I'm sorry. Because the clutch, shut up! You know something? I just go to driving school. It's easier.
But in any case, they told me, like, oh, yeah, you're a really good driver. You'll definitely pass. So I went to take my test. And firstly, I've never been so nervous in my life.
Okay.
And I've had to do a lot of things in my life, but I've never been so nervous. So I got to take my test, and it started off well. But, then I got to make a left-hand turn, and that didn't go so well.
No,
I pulled into the intersection, and LA's kind of notorious for having really difficult left-hand turny blinker thingies.
Y'all, it's really it's a
do.
huge problem here. The left-hand turny blinky probably thing is...
The blinker thingy it was a real problem for me. In any case, I got in the middle of the intersection, and the light turned yellow, and I just absolutely freaked out. And I was like, oh my God, the light's gonna turn red. I don't wanna run the red on my test, but I don't wanna, what if I back up? Should I back up? But then he'll think I'm not confident. I don't wanna look not confident, because then he won't pass me. So do I go forward or do I go back? I don't wanna run the red. Oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So I turned to the guy, and I'm like, well, what do I do? And he's like, ma'am, I think you should just back up. And you failed. And so that was it. But I passed my second time.
Okay, well, that's good. Okay, now, have you been pulled over since then?
Yes. Yes, I have. But I got let off on a warning because I was really sorry.
Okay, and cute. And cute.
I was sorry.
Now, I know you're on your way to Tokyo.
I am.
Okay. Now, what's going on? Have you been there before?
I've been there twice, actually.
Oh,
I
okay.
love Tokyo.
Okay.
I'm from New York, which is another really big city. So to go to Tokyo, which is like the whole thing's just a big, like, Times Square.
And they're like big karaoke people.
Huge karaoke people. It's like the #1 national pastime. And last time I was there, I was with a bunch of my friends, and they actually played a little trick on me. They pushed me up on stage, and I don't know, they shoved the microphone into my hand, and the song they played, I don't know, do you guys know this song? It's Christina Aguilera, Dirty.
Okay, yeah.
That was the one that came on, and but they were impressed.
And did the Japanese enjoy?
They did.
Really?
They did.
And do you dance also when you
Yeah, I did a little dance, yeah.
Really? Can you dance now? Can you show us what you did?
They don't want to see me dance.
I think, in the spirit of cultural... if they ever want to go to Japan, they would want to know what to do.
Okay.
What song are we going to do? Dirty?
Dirty, yeah.
Can you do Dirty, Kev?
Yeah. I wanna get dirty, gonna get a little unruly. Wanna get dirty, it's about time that I came to start the party. Sweat dripping off my body. Wanna get dirty, about time for my arrival.
I begin to understand how you got out of that ticket. Yeah.
Hey!
Now tell us about the movie. Tell us about Poseidon. It's a big boat and it tips over.
It is. It's a very, very big boat. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I mean...
It looks extremely difficult. It looks very realistic. There's no stupid CGI, no fake water. I mean, it's all...
No, we were 30 feet underwater, trapped in enclosed spaces, scuba diving, free diving, and I'd never done any of that before.
Wow, okay. So, and what was the cage of death? What was that? Somebody mentioned that.
The first day that I went into training, they introduced me to this contraption that they called the cage of death. Which is, I was like, can't we call it, the cage of life?
Yeah,
cage of optimism, something that sounds a little less
Yeah, I mean,
freaky.
for your first day to put you in the cage of death hardly seems fair.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But in any case, it was this plexiglass cube, like kind of David Blaine, that they would sink over my head, and it was to increase my breath holding. And I got up to 1.5 minutes, which is
Wow, that's pretty good. Well, then, all right. Okay. Now, set up our clip here. What's happening? This is,
Oh, I think this is towards the climax of the movie when the one guy has to, I'm torn between my father and my fiance, and one of them is going to make a dive down to try to save us, which means life or death, and I'm trying to persuade them not to go.
Let's take a look. Here you go. Terrific. It opens us tonight. Emmy, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Congratulations on passing your test. Be right back with Hoobastank right after this.